What's going on, NFL fans, Bears fans? Let me move this picture down here a little bit so it's not so much in the way. Um, let's talk about the Ryan Poles extension, some of the key accomplishments, and I want to hear your thoughts on whether this was a good decision for the Bears to extend Ryan Poles or not. So let's get into some of the key things, key accomplishments since Ryan Poles has been named the Bears GM back in January of 2022. Let's talk about salary cap reset and some veteran exits really quick. So the end of the 2020 season with approximately $92 million in cap space, which is the highest in the league at the time, but getting rid of some high-paid veterans like Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, Nick Foles, Eddie Goldman, to kind of restructure the cap space that they had at the time and whatnot. So that's probably one of the bigger things is to recap, rebuild the cap space, since it was the highest in the league at one point in time. You're looking at getting rid of that salary cap and getting some draft picks. You had 6 draft picks in 2022, ended up with 11 by the end of that season. Got some guys. You found stars like Braxton Jones, who was an all-rookie, Jaquan Brisker, who was another all-rookie, Kyler Gordon, and whatnot, that started this rebuild for the Chicago Bears to the point where they're at now. From 2022 to 2024, there's 26 picks that resulted in 10 starters above NFL norms. So again, going back to the strategic trades and whatnot, you traded for guys. You traded your first overall pick in 2023 to get DJ Moore, along with the second round pick too. You traded for wide receiver Keenan Allen, Joe Turney, offensive line guy, reshaping just overall things. You signed some big names. You acquired some guys, like Turney, but you also gave yourself a quarterback in this whole thing in Caleb Williams during this whole process. You still have some ongoing challenges, though, that they're having right now with a record that hasn't been. So they're 3-4 in 2022, or 3-14, 7-10 in 2023, 5-12 last year. No playoff appearances so far in Poles' tenure, but you still have, you have a lot of positivity. They're still missing some pieces that have caused some issues over the last year. Look at quarterback development between Justin Fields, Caleb Williams. How much of improvement is Caleb Williams going to have next season? It's a big question mark. So now that they're kind of getting some core pieces into play here, let us know here what you think of the Bears extending Ryan Poles to 2029. Good move, bad move. You glad to see it happen? Just so and so what? Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and let us know your thoughts on the Ryan Poles extension here.